Am in Love with the Mermaid Part 1. The sea had always called to Jabari. As a child, he would sit on the shore of his small fishing village, watching the waves roll in, feeling as though something, or someone, was waiting for him beyond the horizon. One evening, as the sun bled gold into the ocean, he heard a song, soft, enchanting, like a whisper in the wind. He turned toward the sound and saw her. She was the most breathtaking creature he had ever seen. Her deep brown skin shimmered like polished stone, and her long seaweed green hair cascaded over her shoulders. Her lower half was a magnificent tail, iridescent and shifting between shades of blue and silver. Her eyes, dark as the ocean depths, held a sadness that stirred something deep in Jabari's soul. "My name is Naya," she said, her voice like the tide caressing the shore. From that night, they met in secret. They talked of the world above and below the waves, of love and longing, of the future they dreamed of. Jabari knew he loved her, and she loved him, but love between man and mermaid was forbidden. The wrath of the village one evening, an old fisherman saw Jabari and Naya together. He ran back to the village, shouting of the sea demon seducing a human. The elders gathered, their faces dark with fear. "The merfolk have cursed us for years," one of them growled. "Our nets come back empty, our waters are no longer blessed. She must die." Jabari refused to let them harm her. He stood before the village, defiant. "She is not a demon," he shouted. "She is kind. She is gentle. She is my love." But fear had already poisoned their hearts. That night, they lit their torches and sharpened their spears. Jabari ran to the shore where Naya waited, her eyes wide with terror. "They're coming," he panted. "We have to leave." But before they could escape, the villagers arrived. They surrounded them, their faces twisted with rage. A spear flew toward Naya, but Jabari threw himself in front of her, the blade slicing his arm. Blood dripped into the water. "Please," Naya pleaded. "I mean no harm." But the villagers would not listen. They lunged again. In that moment, the ocean roared. The waves rose high, crashing against the shore with a fury no man had ever seen. From the depths, figures emerged, other merfolk, their eyes blazing like the sun on water. "You dare harm one of our own?" a deep voice boomed. The sea had come to Naya's defense. The villagers fell back in terror as the merfolk raised their hands, calling the waves to rise even higher. "Stop!" Jabari cried. He turned to Naya. "There must be another way." Naya hesitated, then nodded. "Only if they let us go." The village elder, seeing the power of the sea, stepped forward. "Take her, and never return." Jabari faced his people, his heart heavy. "If I leave forever." The elder nodded. "So be it." Jabari turned to Naya. "Will you have me?" Tears shimmered in her eyes. "Always." He took her hand, and together they waded into the sea. As the water swallowed them, Naya whispered a promise. "You will never drown." With a final glance at the shore, Jabari let the ocean embrace him, and the waves carried them away. Jabari has finally be with the one he loves. Will he be okay with her being a mermaid, or will he want her to turn to human? Let's watch out for part 2 and see what happens. Please follow, comment, like, and share for more. And don't forget to subscribe.